Hello everybody, Ollamh here, and welcome back to James Patterson's Women's Murder Club, A Darker Shade of Grey. Now, last time we found out that there's been a second death that was tied, somebody who was the mentor for the original death. We found out that it was definitely not an accident or anything like that. The boy actually apparently knew something and was kind of like, oh, hey, this is what's going on, this is bad type thing. But, never got to send that. His mentor was suspiciously found dead, having supposedly suicide off jumping out the attic. But, there was evidence of chloroform and stuff like that, so that it's likely that she was not fully aware or fully conscious when this happened, which is all kinds of bad. Good morning, Detective Boxer. I have the honor of assisting you today. Oh, goody, it's Lieutenant Colonel Burns. Oh, goody, is Lieutenant Colonel Burns around? We need to discuss this arrangement. Lieutenant Colonel Burns is out on urgent business. Very sorry, ma'am. More urgent than this? Well, I'm gonna look around. No offense if I just ignore you, Cadet. Alright, don't need to mess with that. Housekeeper will clean it up. Oh, I don't mind, Cadet Lytle. Okay, where would the... Ah, there we go, okay. Cushion on the chair. Where would we put the ball? What is that? Is that just like a ball? Oh, right, on the banister. Clock on the wall. Just an old trunk. Is there some reason you don't want me to look in the trunk? No? Right, I'm sure. It's locked. Where's the key, Lytle? I don't know, ma'am. I've seen it before. Sticking in the lock. Aha. Okay. So I need to find the key. Key's around here somewhere. I need to find it. Oh, so I need to find bits and pieces of this that are sticking out in order to construct the key. There we go. So somebody took the key apart, which is curious. Notebook. Bottle of chloroform? Yeah, it's chloroform bottle in the trunk. Chloroform was found in the trunk in the academy foyer. The bottle may have been stashed here after it was used to render Rebecca Davis unconscious. That's a good likelihood. Cadet Lytle did not want me to open the trunk where I found the chloroform. He seems very tight with Lieutenant Colonel Burns, and he was the most vocal boy in the interview at the Presidio. What does he know? That bottle may have been in the trunk a long time. It may have been. I'd like to see the room where Cadet Adams and Cadet Davis, please. Oh, see their room. Okay, yeah, I got you. So we're going to their specific rooms. I need to examine... This is room 34. Cadet Adams bunked here. His roommate went home early in the year, so he had it to himself. But there's nothing here. We already packed up his things and sent them to his folks. Lieutenant Colonel Burns likes to take care of business. Sorry, ma'am. I think that bird is a magpie. They're real scavengers. He probably collected something from the room. If he did, they might have been missed by whoever gave this room a once-over. There's definitely blue bits of paper. Okay, so to Cadet Lionel Bachelor regarding lodging for summer term 2009. Cadet Bachelor, welcome to our summer term 2009. You have been assigned to room 34. We were able to accommodate your request to room alone, and you will accordingly be billed a single room stipend of $500 for the term. Please report on Saturday, June 13th, 2009, ready for orientation. Classes begin on Monday, June 15th, 2009. Admissions office. Okay, so wait. So he actually, Lieutenant Colonel Bachelor, requested a single room and was assigned room 34. So this isn't his room. I knew it. This was never Cadet Adams' room. How paranoid can Burns be? He wasn't satisfied to just clear out Adams' things. He had to make sure there was no chance of my finding anything by showing me the wrong room. So yeah. What was on the paper? Oh, it's just trash the Magpie picked up. Is there someplace else where Cadet Adams might have had personal items? A coat closet? Locker room? Not really. There is a locker room, isn't there? Please take me there, please. She's getting a bit assertive. This is the locker room. I can see that. Which locker belongs to Cadet Adams? I don't know. Huh. I don't suppose you'd mind if I ask the boys as they come in? You're in charge, ma'am. Okay. I'm in locker 13, so he's not in 13. I don't remember Winston's locker number, but I know it was an odd number. Wasn't in my row of 33. He wasn't in the locker above mine in 27. The 2 digits of his locker number weren't the same. Well, that doesn't help much. I'm in 14. I know his locker wasn't smaller than mine. I can picture him at his locker. I know he wasn't on the end. There was no 5 in the locker. I'm in 24. It wasn't on my immediate left or right. Wait, so we can X out all of these. Okay, so he wasn't in 13. I don't remember his number, but I know it was an odd number. Okay, so we can take out all of the evens. I know Adams wasn't in my row in 30. I'm in 33. He wasn't in the locker above mine. I'm in 27. The 2 digits of his locker number were not the same. I'm in 14. I know his locker number wasn't smaller than mine. Right, we've already got all that. I can picture him as it wasn't on the end. There was no 5 in the number. I'm in 24. He wasn't on my immediate left or right. Oh, wait, we already know he wasn't in 27 because the other kid said it wasn't above his and he's in 27. Cadet Adams was assigned locker number 21. I hope there's something useful in here. I don't know why the coach picked you to go to San Francisco at the last minute, but it doesn't change the fact that you're the worst player on the team and you suck. Thanks for taking the seat of someone more deserving, creep. You had a serious thing for detective fiction, particularly Sherlock Holmes. Winston Adams was chosen to go with the soccer team at the last minute, but why? Is it true that Cadet Adams was chosen for the San Francisco trip at the last minute? You'll have to speak to Coach Reynolds about that. You're on the team, you should know. I believe he was added fairly late, ma'am. Why was he picked to go? You'll have to ask Coach Reynolds. I'll take you to Cadet Davis's room now. Hi, Detective Boxer. I'm Cadet Lytle. I'm Becky's roommate, Mandy. Or I was. I'm sorry about Becky. Were you close? You kind of get to be here. Listen, I've heard the rumors, and there's no way in hell Becky and Winston were like doomed lovers. He was just a kid. I guess she took him under her wing more than most mentors do. She felt sorry for him. What did she say when she heard about his death? I don't know. She seemed scared. I'm sorry. Look, I have to go. Okay, so we have to find 6 things of Becky's. The wards all have Becky's name on them. There's marksmanship, obstacle course, parade drill, leadership. She was one motivated girl. That's hardly consistent with suicide. Becky seems to have been passionate about serving in the military, interesting dream for a young girl. U.S. troops are still stationed in Germany. Maybe Becky dreamed of going there someday. B. Return when done, Winston. This is definitely from Winston. I guess whoever went over this room didn't think it would mean anything to me. But Winston was text messaging someone called B. The Maltese Falcon. So he might have been texting Becky as far as the B, think I'm being watched. I haven't told anyone else. Be back soon. What do we do? Course books and military tactics, algebra and statistics. There's nothing personal in them. And there's not a note in sight. What were they afraid I'll learn? Okay, so we need to move you. Oh, we need to. Oh, okay, I get you. I gotcha. Boom. There we go. Voila. Okay, this is definitely a mother who expected to be written to, and from what I've learned about Becky and responsibility, she probably didn't disappoint. Unfortunately, there's nothing in the letters from her mother that's helpful. Lots of talk about family pets and Charleston society. No wonder I was allowed to find them. What I'd really like to see is Becky's letters home. If you're done here, ma'am, I can escort you to your car. Coach Reynolds will be back tomorrow if you want to speak with him. What about Lieutenant Colonel Burns? How can he not be here during a murder investigation? If Lieutenant Colonel Burns found it necessary to be away at this time, I'm sure he has good reason. Please, if you'll follow me. All right, so there's the end of that particular scene or chapter, I guess. Hey, it's Cindy. Guess where I am? Where? Well, I'm having dinner with a friend, and it's fried chicken, mashed sweet potatoes, collard greens, and iced tea. And worth every calorie, by the way. You're here? Close, Charleston. Claire told me about Rebecca Davis. I decided to visit my old roomie after all. There's even a desk at her office I can use. I'm going to research the snot out of that academy. First thing in the morning. I've got your back. God, I don't think I've ever heard better news in my life. You wouldn't believe, thunk. Linz? Alright, now that's just gruesome. Go home. Lindsay? So yeah, somebody is definitely trying to scare Lindsay away from the investigation, trying to get her out of there. She's definitely getting close and getting a lot of information they don't want her to have. Someone's trying to scare Lindsay off the case. That ticks me off. My old roommate, Michelle, said I could drop by anytime and use her office. Okay, cool. So that's what we're going to do next time, is we're going to kind of investigate the background of the academy, find out what it is they're trying to find out, what it is they're trying to hide, what's gone on with them in the past and stuff like that. Granted, we may not find a lot. Depends on how well they cover the tracks, but you can't really cover tracks completely, so yeah. There's definitely, obviously, something to learn, or they wouldn't be trying to cover the tracks as well as they are. As always, thank you guys very much for watching, and don't forget to press the subscribe button down below so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions.
If you wanna see some crazy
Cheerio!
and also lazy, then you should meet me and my friends.
What about Croc? Croc's just an animal, and animals just need traps and the right bait. I'll be fine. I'll contact you when I'm done.
Think of it as an insulating field allowing them to travel through harsh conditions. It's kind of like traveling through the ocean. A human being can't just dive down and swim